Just quickly before I do get into the video, I am offering one-to-one coaching calls on Patreon where I will help you overcome your current problems in your health and fitness journey. So if you are interested, click on the link in the description down below. Also, within the next few months, I will release a health community on the school website where you will be able to have access to meal plans, accountability, live Q&A Zoom calls with me, weekly challenges, a community with like-minded people, and much more. So stay on the lookout for that, because also I will be offering a discount to those who join within the first week, and that will be your lock-in price for life. So now that I've said that, let's get straight into the video. We've all believed at some point in our lives that fat make us fat. I'll be honest, I used to too. I used to believe that skimmed milk was healthier than full fat milk. I used to believe that animal fats were what caused people to be fat. But then I educated myself. I'd done my own research and found out that fats weren't the issue. Although I will clarify that artificial trans fats made through an industrial process called hydrogenation is harmful to health and will cause you to be fat because it's highly inflammatory and has been shown to cause insulin resistance. But this is commonly found in processed foods, so you know to avoid those anyway. So what foods are making people obese or overweight? Well, the answer to that is foods that cause insulin levels to spike. And what causes insulin levels to spike? Sugars and carbs. Now, I know you're probably wondering, but what about sugars and carbs found in natural foods like fruits and potatoes? Well, while they don't spike insulin as much as unnatural forms of sugars or carbs, they still do have quite a bit of an effect on insulin levels. So my recommendation, if you're trying to lose body fat, would be to just limit as much sugars and carbs as you can until you lose the body fat. Because when you're trying to lose body fat, the goal is to keep insulin levels as steady as much as you can. Now, what about before workouts? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I feel the need for carbs and sugars, obviously in natural forms, before my workouts to perform at my optimal levels. And you probably know this if you've watched my 7 days on the carnivore diet video. So it all depends on the type of individual you are, because some people, they don't need carbs or sugars to perform at their optimal levels in the gym. So that's something you will need to experiment with yourself. So the reason why fats don't make us fat, obviously in natural forms like avocados, nuts, coconuts, and animal fats, is because actually fats have the least effect on insulin out of all three macronutrients. This is because fats do not convert into glucose, and because they don't really have an effect on insulin, it won't be stored as body fat. Rather, it will be used for energy or metabolic functions in the body. So stop believing that fats make you fat, because fat was never the enemy. It was the sugars and carbs, especially the ones in unnatural forms. Eat more fat and you won't feel as tired. You'll start to shred body fat and you'll feel so much better. You need to become fat adapted, where your body's primary energy source shifts from carbohydrates to fats. Becoming fat adapted can take weeks to months. It all depends on the type of individual you are. So coming towards the end of the video, my advice would be to just give this a go yourself. Experiment with it. And if you don't feel good doing it, you can always return to your own ways. But I guarantee once you start, you won't want to go back, because that's how I feel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.